Soft, nostalgic piano music begins, slightly out of tune, a gentle sigh. Right, so people ask me what I do, it's complicated. I collect disappointments, I suppose, not intentionally, you understand. They simply adhere to me, like dust motes in a sunbeam, but considerably more melancholic, and invariably they demand to be documented, thoroughly dissected, because beauty, darling, is in the details, and so is utter, abject ruin. It's a matter of principle, really. If something is going to dismantle my soul, it needs to at least try to be interesting about it. You see, I maintain standards, unreasonable perhaps given the general state of things, but one must. And that is how I find myself compelled to recount my recent sojourn to the Royal Decameron-Tafuct Beach Hotel, Agadir. Oh, the name itself is a little too aspirational, isn't it? Like calling a chipped teacup regal stoneware, it promises grandeur, you see, and delivers something else entirely. And the cruelty in that is exquisite. It all started with the arrival, of course. The airport, bless its functional heart, held a certain faded charm, reminded me of the railway stations back home, only with more aggressively cheerful tourist brochures. But the hotel, they promised a haven. A sanctuary, a place to escape the monotonous beauty of existence and luxuriate in curated comfort. What I received was, well, imagine a room, any room. Now imagine it perpetually shadowed as though apologizing for being indoors. A room perched precariously overlooking not the cerulean embrace of the ocean, but the bustling, frankly rather uncouth street. As if to say, welcome to reality, darling, there is no escape. Honestly, the indignity. Now some might say, oh, it's just a room, but it's not just a room, is it? It's the first impression, it's the setting for all subsequent heartbreak, and this one came with a bonus feature, a dead phone line. No connectivity to the outside world, a rather effective means of isolating one's despair, I mused, almost thoughtful, that chilling sense of being utterly alone, even surrounded by we'll get to them. And a complete absence of Wi-Fi outside the lobby, rendering any attempt at documenting this tragedy in real time a Sisyphean endeavor. Its literal imprisonment disguised as a holiday, you understand. Its performance art of the utterly depressing kind. And then the air conditioning. Oh, the air conditioning. This is where the true suffering commenced. It did not function, you see, not at all. 3 days, I pleaded. Repeated requests delivered with what I considered a most reasonable blend of civility and desperation, each time met with a blank stare from the reception staff. It wasn't mere incompetence, you see, it was active disregard. A deliberate infliction of discomfort, as though my well-being was a trifling annoyance, and the sheer audacity of it, to be ignored, to be dismissed. It's a power dynamic, darling. They knew they had it and they flaunted it. The heat became a tangible thing, a suffocating weight pressing down, mingling with the existential dread. It wasn't merely uncomfortable, it was violent. And then, to add insult to injury, the infernal machine began to leak. Water cascading down, not onto the floor where it could be conveniently mopped up, oh no. It found its way into my meticulously curated wardrobe, turning my silk blouses into sodden, mournful heaps. A metaphor, don't you think? The slow, relentless erosion of beauty. When I finally dared to demand a solution, to suggest a different room, the gentleman at the reception, and the word gentleman feels rather generously applaudictually, yelled at me. Yelled as if my perfectly reasonable distress was somehow provoking. No rooms available, he shrieked, eyes blazing with barely concealed contempt. The dishonesty burned. I sensed a chasm of free rooms. He relented eventually, but the concession came not in the form of comfort, but a
Pathetic little fan. A wheezing, plastic mockery of a cooling system. It was a gesture devoid of empathy.
The truth about businesses near Royal Decameron-Tafuct Beach Hotel, Agadir. The businesses near Royal Decameron-Tafuct Beach Hotel, Agadir, are not just bad, they are a masterclass in disappointment. If you enjoy cold food, rude service, and the feeling of being scammed, you will love it here. If not, prepare yourself. Let's begin with the restaurants, because what's more tragic than paying for a meal that makes you nostalgic for airplane food? Restaurants near this hotel have a special talent. They take your money, then forget why you gave it to them. Take Pure Passion, for example. The name suggests romance, but the experience is more like a bad breakup. Guests report cold food, missing sauces, and servers who act like they're doing you a favor by existing. One diner, a butcher by trade, caught them swapping expensive cuts for cheaper ones, like a magic trick, except the only thing disappearing is your wallet. And if you enjoy surprises, order the oysters. Some customers got food poisoning, which is one way to lose weight fast. Then there's le jardin d'eau, where the only thing flowing freely is regret. The food takes so long to arrive, you could grow a beard waiting. When it finally does, the flavors are missing, like the chef forgot to add them. One guest described their beef carpaccio as void of any and all flavor, which is impressive, like serving air on a plate. And if you complain, the waiter might laugh at you, because nothing says fine dining like mockery. Moving on to hotels, because why sleep in peace when you can sleep in frustration? Sofitel Agadir Thalassa Sea Spa sounds luxurious, but the reality is like a 5-star prison. Guests report dirty rooms, broken air conditioning, and staff who treat you like an intruder. One family waited 3 hours to check in, because nothing says welcome like exhaustion. And if you dare to order hot chocolate, expect milk with sad cocoa powder floating on top, like a science experiment gone wrong. Now let's talk entertainment. Nightlife near Royal Decameron Tafukt Beach Hotel is less party and more why did I come here? So Lounge Agadir used to be a place where people went to relax. Now, it's either closed or so unpleasant that you'll wish it was. Staff ignore you, drinks take forever, and some guests claim the bouncers expect bribes just to let you in. Romance is dead here unless you consider arguing over the bill a bonding experience. And then there's Marina, a place so forgettable even the reviews are blank, the few words written, wouldn't really recommend. Which is the understatement of the century, like calling a hurricane a bit breezy. So what should you do if you're staying here? First, lower your expectations, then lower them again. If you must eat out, check every bill twice, because honesty is not these businesses' strong suit. And if you value your sanity, consider packing snacks. The businesses near Royal Decameron Tafukt Beach Hotel Agadir are not just bad, they're a warning. A warning to travelers that in this corner of the world, perfection is a myth and disappointment is guaranteed. Good luck, you'll need it.
You know, I've been looking into crimes near Royal Decameron Tafukt Beach Hotel Agadir, and it's just like so sad. People come to relax and have fun and then they get scammed. It's like, what's wrong with people, you know? So like around Agadir, there are these fake tour guides. They approach tourists like really friendly and offer to show them around. But like it's all a trick. They get commission from shop owners if tourists buy stuff. And if you don't want to buy, they get really aggressive. Can you imagine? You're just trying to enjoy your vacation and some guy is yelling at you. Like, what do you do, right? I predict that the tourists probably felt really uncomfortable and intimidated. They might have even bought something just to get the guide to leave them alone. And the guide's like probably got his commission and thought he was so clever. But like it's just wrong, you know? How can you do that to people? And then there are these shops in Agadir, Medina. They have really aggressive salespeople who try to sell you stuff you don't need. Like they'll be all nice and friendly at first and then suddenly they're yelling at you in Arabic. It's like, what are you even doing, right? You're just trying to buy some soap and now you're in this crazy situation. I think the tourists probably felt really scared and confused. They might have even cried like who wouldn't, right? And the salesperson like probably thought they were just doing their job. But like it's not a job, it's being mean to people, you know? And like there are these friendly locals who approach tourists and offer to help them, but like it's all a trick. They take you to shops where they get commission and then they demand money from you. Like, can you believe it? You're just trying to be nice to someone and they're scamming you. I predict that the tourists probably felt really betrayed and didn't know what to do. They might have even given the local money just to get rid of them. And the local, like, probably thought they were so clever. But like, it's just wrong, you know? How can you do that to people? And like, there's this scam where they tell you that certain streets are closed and they offer to guide you through alternate routes. But like, it's all a trick. They take you to shops where they get commission and then you're stuck buying stuff you don't need. I think the tourists probably felt really lost and confused. They might have even gotten angry like who wouldn't, right? And the scammer like probably thought they were just making a living. But like it's not a living, it's being mean to people, you know. 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 You know, 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 You know.